We were in Las Palmas for just under a week, but it rained nearly every day. We did eventually manage to get ashore and do a bit of sightseeing. We really enjoyed our visit to the market, trying samples of all manner of fruits. Before we left, we needed to remove and clean our log. This is a paddle wheel that spins round in the water. It gives us our boat speed through the water as opposed to boat speed over ground, so we can tell at a glance whether we have current with us or against us. The log sits in the bottom of the boat, and to remove it, it means unscrewing it, pulling it into the boat, and replacing it with a blanking plate whilst you clean it. The trick is to get this done as quickly as possible before too much water surges up through the hole and sinks the boat. The log gets filed up fairly quickly, so this is a job we have to do frequently, but it is always a nail-biting time. Once the paddle wheel has been cleaned, we have to go through the whole process in reverse, taking out the banking plate and putting the log back into the hole. Once again, it's a nail-biting moment as water surges up through the boat. When we left Las Palmas, we headed through the night to Tenerife, where we had to call up on the VHF radio to get permission to transit through the commercial harbour and to gain access to the marina. It is a busy place with cruise ships arriving almost daily. Arranged almost at the last minute, Steve's daughter Laura and grandson Riley flew over for a short visit. We took them to Siam Water Park, which was great fun, and also Loro Park, where Riley enjoyed seeing all the wild animals and birds. A few days after Laura and Riley returned home, my best friend Claire from Holland came to stay. We had a wonderful time catching up and even went whale watching. We also spent a day driving around the winding roads up to see Mount Tady. too soon our visitors had left and it was time to get the boat ready for our long passage ahead. First on the list, shopping. Our passage to the Cape Verde Islands saw us with light winds against us on day one, and it was a bit uncomfortable in the rolly seas. But soon enough the wind turned round and we had a fantastic downwind sail. All in all, our journey was 858.2 nautical miles and took us exactly 6 days to complete. It was exhilarating and very difficult to move around due to the swell. Our duogen towed water generator certainly had a workout, but covered all our power needs day and night. During a period of slightly lighter winds, we even managed to fly the cruising chute and would be attacked by flying fish. We eventually arrived at the port of Dello on the island of São Vicente at about 9 AM. When checking in with immigration, we got our first stamps in our passports. We were definitely not in the EU now. Marina Dello is like no other marina we have visited before. The pontoons are extremely wobbly due to the constant swell, and there is definitely an art to walking to and from the boat. Everyone sways from side to side looking like they have had one too many drinks. Whilst here, we took a short guided trip around the northeast of the island. Unfortunately, the day of the tour was dull and grey, so the photos aren't so good. This was a fast food van, but it wasn't open when we passed. Not sure what they served, but it would have been interesting to see. Our next passage will be just over 2,000 nautical miles to Barbados, which should take between 2 to 3 weeks. Caribbean, here we come.